Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So I told you my story about anxiety and living with panic disorder, and I promised you guys that you would not be left without some tools to practice on your own. So here are 3 ways to help you stay in the moment and fight anxiety. The first way is the one, the tried, the true, the thing that everyone's going to tell you, and the thing that you're going to roll your eyes at over and over again, and that is just simple breath work. So essentially, what you want to do is just try to extend your breath and release your breath as long as you can, holding it at the top, and match them if you can. I do this in all sorts of ways. Counting, just allowing my natural breath to guide me. So, okay, if you can, we can practice together on a 5 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just gonna do it, show you guys. Looks pretty simple, except sometimes, you have trouble getting to 5. Now, if you're having trouble getting to 5, say you can only breathe up to 4 or 3, just hold it and then exhale as much as you can. Eventually, your inhales will match your exhales, and your exhales will probably be longer. And that is because we are used to saying long phrases. So we're used to having to control our air and expel it for a longer period of time, and breathe in again and say our sentence for as long as possible. So one of the other ways that we can do it is just do you see how my inhale on the second time was much longer? I went with my natural breath of letting my exhale guide me, because I'm going to need to fill just as much air in. So that's sort of the tried and true method. That's what you'll practice in yoga, in meditation, in therapy. But I have 2 other methods for when your brain's really just trying to take over. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I can be in a perfectly safe moment. I can be having a lovely conversation with somebody at a bar and, hello, yeah, blah, 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 yeah, yep. Tell me about this story. Great. Totally listening. Holy fuck, like, what's going on? I feel like a rush of something, and I feel, okay, fuck, I'm listening. How do I make an excuse to get out of here? What do I do? What do I do? Oh my god, like, can I even get in a cab right now? What if I feel like I'm gonna vomit? Am I gonna vomit? I don't know. So that's basically like a lot of the things that go into my head, and then some like scarier fears as well. So here are a few things that I do. This one that I do, if I am talking to someone directly, I look at their face. Now, you guys are sitting here looking at me, and say you like me or you dislike me. I want you to find one thing that you find about me that you like. Just search my face, search my room, search my clothing, just find one thing. Okay, now let's say it's my eyes. Let's think of a few statements. Rachel has really dark brown eyes. Rachel has chocolatey brown eyes. I like chocolate. It must be nice to have chocolatey brown eyes. Rachel's eyes seem to really light up when she's talking to people. You just find one trait about somebody. And it can also be like personality as well. Like, this person does really amazing work with the UN. I think that is super admirable. I think people who work with the UN in these contexts are really brave. You know, like, I'm just sitting there complimenting this person in my brain. Instead of letting my thoughts go woo, like going crazy. Sorry, that I was just thinking, like, that's probably going to be the funniest noise in playback. Instead of letting my thoughts go crazy, I'm sitting there and I'm going to concentrate on him until my brain takes over the thoughts. I'm going to breathe and just focus in on that person. So it looks like you're listening to them. You may not be. You may be thinking about stuff in here. You may be thinking about their face, their work, something that you admire. One of the ways I actually find that it works well on the subway is, obviously we immediately go towards people who we find attractive, but like, choose someone who maybe isn't as attractive to you, or just like didn't really catch your eye, and pick them and search their body, search their face, and kind of figure out all the pieces that put them together. Like, wow, I didn't actually notice that they have really nice blue eyes, or I didn't actually notice that they're wearing that scarf that I loved from Nordstrom's, and now and you know, I didn't buy it, but they're wearing it, and obviously maybe I'd style it differently, but you know, that's really cool. I wonder what else we might have in common, myself and this person. You know, you're taking the focus out of your brain and you're putting it on a particular thing or a particular person. Number 3, which I think works so well. I love it. I use it in long car rides all the time. I use it on flights. I use it pretty much like any time I feel stressful. So I'm going to give you guys some time to do this. Wherever you're sitting, wherever you are, I want you to look around the room and pick out everything that is red. Count it. I'll do it too. So there were about 19 things that are red. I wasn't thinking about my anxiety, I was thinking about all the things that are red. Now guess what? How many things are blue in your room? Don't look. How many things are blue? You don't know. Or you're unsure. And that's great, because it means that you were so focused in on what was red, and you were so focused on letting your consciousness take over any thoughts that may be creeping in that you don't know about blue. The best thing is being able to sometimes filter out information just looking at one part of the picture and focusing in on that, because when you have a hyperactive brain and a lot of anxiety, it's just running all over the place. So to be able to choose one thing and focus in on one thing, that's basically what meditation is. These are small little games that you can play with yourself that are really going to relax your brain, relax your body, and bring you back into a space where you can be calm, cool, and collected for whatever you have currently happening in that situation. And if you want to, you can go around and count everything that's blue and get like a little bit more appreciation for all the things in your room that are blue. And it will be, you know, kind of satisfying and fulfilling, and trust me, you'll notice so many more things about your surroundings. The other day I was doing it and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know there was so much Art Deco work on these buildings. Like, I was blown away about these buildings that I had walked past so many times, and I hadn't noticed like all this beautiful work from the 1920s that had been carved out of stone by hand, and it was absolutely gorgeous. But when I'm living my everyday life, I'm worried about getting here, getting there, doing this, doing that, having my headphones on. Please don't talk to me. Oh God, did he just catcall me? That guy sucks. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna try to cover my butt with my purse. Okay, he's gone. Great, cool. Oh my God, I didn't call my mom back. I didn't call my mom back. She's gonna be pissed at me. She's so annoying. All right, whatever. I'm gonna call my sister and then use it as an excuse as to why I didn't call my mom back. That sounds like a great idea. And oh, fuck, I'm late for this meeting. So instead of that, you will be walking through the streets, actually seeing things and appreciating them, taking them in, and even if you can, giving a little bit of gratitude towards it. Like as I look around and look at all the things that are red in here, I'm like, all the things that are red are actually like really fun things. Like I have one of those little Scottish berets, I forget what they're actually called, in my closet, and that's really fun because we picked it up in Scotland and we wore it for like this really fun photo shoot. I have iron pills from when I got really anemic last summer when I was in London, and one of my favorite books is red. I have my mask from Venice, which is red. My Louboutins are red. Who doesn't like those? My favorite statement booties are red. I have a scarf that's red that used to be Will's grandmother's. Like, it's just, you know, now I'm like, oh, look at all this. Oh, the first nightie I ever bought myself at Victoria's Secret is red. And like I have all these little things and I'm like, oh wow, I have such appreciation for like these little memories in my life, and they're all red around my room, but I never look at them. I just do my thing and walk past them and keep going with my life. And now I'm like, oh cool, I actually have a lot of little things that make me happy when I look at them and reminisce about them. So those are my 3 tips for staying in the moment, keeping your brain in the zone, and fighting off thoughts of anxiety. I hope it works for you. I hope it helps you, and give them a try. Comment below if it works. Comment below if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And if you are feeling any amount of anxiety or pain or sadness or whatever it is, know that everyone is fighting their own battles and you will get through it too. Sending lots of love your way. Bye.